I have recently heard something devastating and heartbreaking, also not surprising, why the person who said it is living the reality that they are. It just all made sense in that moment. So if you are there attracting partners, attracting people, maybe your tribe, maybe you're looking to attract your tribe and it's just not happening. And the kind of people that you are bringing in, just you wish it was something different. Okay, then this video is for you. I have definitely been in this place. I have definitely had that with my tribe and be like, where are you people? And I see that over and over again with my male clients, my female clients, and just people outside of me. So if you want to shift this is the place to be. You want to have something to write with and on to take notes, because I don't want to waste your time. And I want you to come out of this video, watching this video, with a tangible step, right? How do I do that? Okay. How do I shift my reality? Because I want you to be able to see those results shortly in your life. All right. So I was in a German class and the topic was feelings and emotions. And there we are. We covered the emotions and the feelings, and we're sitting in a circle. And the teacher asks, so it's a group of women, and then they have their son helping out with the class. And it's a group of women, and she goes, okay, well, how about we go one at a time and say, what do you feel today? What is the feeling or emotion present? And so all the women go around, saying how they feel. And they're going around, and it gets to the one man in the room. And she turns and she makes a joke. She goes, can men even talk about feelings and emotions? Whoa, I am not a man, but in that moment, I felt so disrespected and just hurt and in shock. I literally said, whoa, out loud, because this is exactly, just on a bigger scale, this is exactly what we have had for years. Those stereotypes. Oh, women are this. And this is how women have been put down for so many years. And now this exact thing happening to the one man in the room. And I, knowing so many incredibly amazing men doing the work, conscious work. A lot of my teachers are men. And there was a point in my life where I was going, there are no conscious men, or even dating someone and being like, okay, well, this is the best that I can get because men don't do their inner work. And I won't possibly find that. I know that a lot of men that are there looking for partners, they're like, look, a lot of women just hate men nowadays, and they're projecting their hurts, or they have these expectations of men that men are they're supposed to be their emotional punching bags. And they can't find this partner that they want because of all these narratives that they have, right? And so in that moment, and this is someone who, like the person that said that, the teacher that was leading this, she is someone who has made comments like that prior, of like, oh, well, my dogs are so loyal. Like when she was explaining the word loyalty, she would say, my dogs are very loyal, but men, I don't know if he's going to be there tomorrow. That's not loyal. It's like, oh my God, like this explains so much. This explains so much. And at the same time, there is this longing, right? Why do we make comments like that? Because we want to protect ourselves. Because it's easier to attack than to say, I really want to be seen. I really want to be loved. But I'm scared that or I'm hurt that it didn't happen in the past, and I'm scared that it won't in the future. And so we protect by saying, I don't want that anyway. Or like, that's stupid, I don't need anybody, those comments. And that actually means I really desperately want you to see me. Okay. I really need people around me. That's what's actually meant behind, I don't need anybody. Okay. And so taking a deep inhale into that, because that can bring up, wherever you're at with this, It's that defense. Whenever I know, again, I was recently speaking to a man that goes, "Oh, well, women nowadays are this, this, this." And behind that, there's just this energy of, I don't like the pain of, I don't believe that I will find my person. And I haven't so far. And that hurts. The way that you're co creating your reality is by choosing what you bring your attention to and your focus on. In my own experience, I left a marriage that was so picture perfect on the outside. It worked like a clock. It was amazing, but I felt something was off. And we had different goals, and we just had different directions in life. And we built an amazing family together, but it was no longer right. And it was so difficult for me to leave that marriage where seemingly everything is fine. What more can I want? And telling myself, you're not going to find better. Men don't do the inner work. It's fine that he's not on the same path that you are. No man is. And after that, having that first relationship, a first conscious relationship after my marriage and being like, whoa, it's actually possible. And there are men that are doing the work. But looking back now, it's like, oh, that was not it, like not nearly. But I was so happy with that, like, oh my God, yes, like this is that. Because I didn't even believe that that was possible. And now years later, being in just in environments where men are amazing, like I'm learning from men and their like awareness and their ability to move energy, to read energy, their devotion to the feminine aspect within them. And so having such incredible connection to that intuition, to that inspiration, honoring life, their ability to strengthen their masculine, that presence, that groundedness, absolutely incredible. And the way that I got here is because I chose to see the amazing men already present in my life. Men that were not doing the work. Some friends that could not be further from spirituality, personal development, but they are in their integrity. They have a like a code that they live by. These things are important, and I see like, whoa, they're embodying their values. They're living in their integrity. Some things that I totally disagree with, but I see that, oh, like this is important for this person, and they're living according to that. And those are my friends. In my ex-partner that I was there like, oh, he's unconscious and he's not, doing the work. I saw those places where it's like, oh, he's trying to be a really good father. And it's like he's trying to be in his integrity there. And I really honored that. And as I started to see that, as I stopped making comments such as, can men even talk about feelings and emotions? Like, that's silly, right? Of course they can't. I stopped making those comments. I stopped believing that. I stopped rehearsing that belief and those thoughts. My reality started to shift. And so those beliefs had to shift because I didn't think those thoughts on repeat anymore. And instead, I chose to think thoughts and choose beliefs that are like, whoa, there's so many men that are really good men, that are in their integrity. And that is what I started seeing in my reality. Where is it that you are going into because of protection? And again, I absolutely understand this. This is not to negate that. There's a lot of hurt. And for us to move past that, it's like, yeah, but that is the reality. Are you saying that because you're protecting yourself? There's that wall that I need to create so that I'm safe. It hurts that I was not met in this way. Or some people had traumatic experiences in relationship. We were really hurt by other people. And so it's safer to create those walls. Instead of going into this really hurts and I'm scared of not meeting this person. And so it's easier for me to attack instead of being with what's really happening within me. So the first step to this is being honest with what am I feeling? What am I scared of? And instead of running away from that fear, instead of protecting myself from that fear, because it's not outside, it's within you. The button that the outside presses is within you. And so, as you're taking a breath into that, expanding your capacity to be with that fear. And I totally understand this is difficult to do. This is what I do with my one-on-one clients. If you want to go deeper into this work, you can get on a free clarity call with me for 30 minutes. And then we see if this is in alignment. If not, I usually suggest a resource. Even if it's not like the right time for us to work together, I suggest a resource that the person can go on like their next step. This is deeper work. And from that, am I willing to change my belief system? Am I willing to be happy instead of being right? And it doesn't make me happy to antagonize men or women. I know that a lot of people also had this in regards to attracting their tribe. Yeah, well, around me, nobody's conscious and they don't get it. And shifting that in exactly the same way. Where do I see integrity or growth in the people around me? And you'll be surprised how fast you begin to attract that community to you. Loving, I know a lot of people, myself included, I have an incredible online community, people that I've never met in person, and then some people like were met in person, and then we just have this friendship for years, and then we did meet in person, and it was just incredible. So it started from that, and I know so many people have these online communities, and they're like, oh, but I don't have that in real life, and I wish that I also had that in my, every day. And it begins with telling yourself the truths that you want to be true. Okay? Are you creating, with the words that you speak, with the thoughts that you think, are you creating the reality that you want to live in? Or are you protecting yourself? And so in every moment, with every thought, with every word, am I being a follower of love or of fear? And oftentimes, when we're really honest with ourselves, it's fear. I had a few clients ask me, well, is there a gray area? Is it like, well, it's not exactly negative, but it's also not, can it be like somewhere in between? No, there's no gray area with this one. It's pretty clear. You're either being a follower of love or follower of fear. So where are you at with this? What reality are you creating? And what is it in the outer world that you're using as an excuse to continue that disconnection? Well, see, it doesn't happen. This old thing keeps happening. I'm believing it, but if that is our narrative, well, I am believing it, but it's not happening. The fact that it's not in your reality means that your frequency is not clear, is not clean in this particular aspect of your life. And again, this is deeper work. This is something that, can be addressed and worked through. And I've seen incredible transformations where people's lives are just changing completely in like a month and a half, like halfway through our work together. So where are you at? What are you choosing to believe instead? And if you can put that down in the comments to make it like, boom, I'm writing it out. It's tangible. This is my truth. This is the reality that I choose to step into. Leave that comment below. If you got something out of it, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe for more of this content. Or like, how do I step into this co-creator energy? The deliciousness. I feel the fullness and the deliciousness of my life, of my everyday. Because that is absolutely possible. I know this from my own life, even though I did not believe that it was possible at all. And I've seen it over and over again with the people that I guide through this transformation. So if you want that for yourself as well, welcome to the community. And I am wishing you an incredible and powerful day ahead or week ahead. And until next time.